Thanks for joining me on this rainy Saturday East Texas morning. My name's Alan Johnston. I'm an independent executive consultant with Ambit Energy, and I want to briefly go through a business presentation with you this morning and share with you why Ambit's the finest opportunity that we've had literally in our lifetime. I started this business 6.5 years ago to help my daughter get a car on her 16th birthday. It was not help her, I was going to surprise her. After 30 years of teaching and coaching and a college education, we were not being rewarded financially the way that would allow us to get Rachel a car. With no experience in direct sales or anything like that, as a matter of fact, I'm the guy that has said no to everything under the moon. But what made this special was I had a reason to do it, and that was to surprise my daughter. I don't know why you might consider doing this business. You may be desiring some additional income as I was, or you might have incurred some debt along the way. Or maybe down there at the bottom, you've got kids that are headed off to college because, guys, here's what's happened. Our business has evolved into more than I ever expected. And what I mean by that is our daughter, uh, we met our goal, and now our daughter and our son both are going to college, and Ambit is affording us to pay for their college education. You might be after financial freedom. I'll share with you here in a moment how that can happen. But what we're going to go through this morning are these right choices about Ambit. It's the right company with a ever expanding industry offering a perfect product. Guys, it's something that everybody uses every day, whether they're home or not. And it is the greatest opportunity. This is the largest shift of wealth in America's history. Ambit's a vision is focused on your success. An individual success, it was with a mantra or a vision statement that says to become the finest and most respected retail energy provider in America. And I believe that's indicative in the fact that we have and have had an A plus rating with a Better Business Bureau. These are our two co-founders. I'll introduce you to Jerry Thompson and Chris Chambliss. They met not knowing one another. Now, Mr. Thompson knew that he wanted to get his hands, if you will, into the deregulation of energy. He comes from a highly successful traditional business background. His family owned and operated 7-Eleven, which is still the world's largest chain store. Chris Chambliss helped propel a startup company to $1 billion company when the deregulation of the telecommunications industry took place. Jerry had no background in multi-level marketing, and Chris had all the background. These two guys, our CEO, Mr. Thompson, and our CMO, Chris Chambliss, together joined and partnered and created what I'm offering to you, or our guest is offering you, to become a part of. We have an incredible growth experience, and our Fortune 500 executive team, between the CEO, CMO, CIO, CFO, I mean, these people are all incredibly successful. They have a group in our home office in Dallas, Texas, that has everything going for your success and my success. And, the company's seeing success. These are some of the awards that are really impressive in a short amount of time that we've been able to achieve. I draw your attention to the one in the middle, the Inc. 500. And even though that was 2010, what's so powerful about that is that we were coming out of the recession. Uh, America had been hit. There were companies and corporations shutting down. There were thousands and thousands of people being laid off. And at the height of the recession, our company was named the number one fastest growing privately held company in America. You know why? Because everybody unconsciously uses and habitually pays for electricity. And then I'll draw your attention to the one in the bottom right corner, the Direct Selling News, which is the publication for the Direct Sales Association, an international organization that is pretty much the governing body for all forms of home-based businesses, from Amway to Monavie to Avon to Nu Skin to Herbalife to Nerium, you name them, they're there. But our company, in a very short amount of time. Now, this is 2013, and I can go ahead and tell you that in 2014, we were named number 12 again. What makes that so impressive, guys, is the map I'm about to show you. But what is also an impressive point is if you removed Ambit from the top 50 and did the average age would be 49 years and 9 months. We're only an 8.5-year-old company. Deregulation opens up a window of incredible opportunity because all the monopolies are being broken up and people have the right to choose, and your timing couldn't be better if you're looking for ways to make additional income. Here's the map I was talking about. You know, we're number 12 in the world, but the orange states are where we're currently deployed at this moment in time, and this is it. There's a 49 right at 50 million potential customers and with less than 3% market penetration. So that's why we say it's the right time. Imagine the day that there's 28 more states that are currently deregulated. There's other countries that are deregulating. Ambit will become, in my opinion, an internationally operated business. How all this works is I grew up in a great city called Nacogdoches. Quick history lesson. That is the oldest town in Texas. So for a long time, there's been electricity in Nacogdoches. And for a real long time, your only choice was TXU. Matter of fact, as a young man growing up, I saw the green TPNL, which is TXU Service Company, running around Nacogdoches. Well, now what's happened is we have these plants that generate the electricity. They create it. And then it is sent through the lines, the transformers, and through the meters on your home or your business by a company that owns called Encore in our area. But down in the South Park, down around Houston, there's CenterPoint, far out west, Texas, New Mexico, and then there's a service company that recently came on board called Sherryland Utilities. And then you have the retail provider, and that's where Ambit comes into this equation. The deregulation has broken up the monopolies of the companies that own the power plants, own the lines, the meters, and transformers, and charge the consumer. So all that's been broken up now. As you build your business, and I can only speak for myself, the reason that I steered away from these sorts of businesses is I've always looked to try to help friends, but saw them as being overpriced. I wanted something that my friends would get dollar value, and that's what Ambit brings to the table, the perfect product. Because everybody I know and everybody you know uses it. They don't get charged to switch to Ambit, and absolutely nothing's going to change for the customer. They're not going to dig up their yards or beat a new meter on the side of their house. And for you, as an owner, there's no inventory, delivery, or collection. Ambit does all the heavy lifting for us. Our customers have great savings. You know, we have competitive rates. I'll tell you right now, I just saved a friend an incredible amount of money on a personal level. It's the most I've ever saved someone in the 6.5 years I've been involved in Ambit. Because people know they've got to have it. It is a habit. They have to have it, but it's a habit to pay it. You know, we abuse electricity. You just take a quick look around the room where you're sitting right now and take notice of all the things you're using that is using electricity. You know, we just use it. We have a satisfaction guaranteed with each customer that if they lose power for whatever the reason, Ambit will pay their reconnection fee and their first month's billing. And guys, we've got 1.4 million plus customers, and that's been a seamless, flawless transition. We have Greenie certified products for those ozone layer conscious people, and we offer every customer a thank you gift for just becoming an Ambit customer. There's 28 states inside the United States that they can travel to, and Ambit will pick up for 2 nights of the lodging. We have monthly travel reward points. And some people say, well, that's just a gimmick. No, it isn't. You're using that fantastic plastic out of your purse or your wallet, and every time you swipe it, your bank's giving you some type of reward point. What about how unique is this? A utility company that for every kilowatt your customers use, they're going to get a kilowatt point. And over time, they're going to add up. Guys, I have friends that just got back from a 4-day, 3-night Dominican Republic 5-star vacation because they've been paying their electric bill. All of our customers get a free website because Ambit owns its own search engine, its own computer infrastructure. Our information department, our computer department at our corporate office now employs over 150 people. John Burke, our CIO, has created the computer infrastructure from the ground floor up, meaning we don't use GoDaddy, Yahoo, or Google as a search engine. Your people will not put www in front of anything that deals with Ambit. They just type in whatever they need to go to with Ambit. But through this free website, they can pay their bill, they can track the kilowatt reward points, and they can refer customers. I'll draw your attention to the one on the bottom, the 15 customers. Many, and I mean many people that are involved in Ambit have built their business or their customers have referred other customers. And whenever they have passed 15 total customers, every single month, now not one time, every month, Ambit is going to take the average of those 15 people's total price, average it out, and credit it off of the referring person's bill. So an example quickly, you refer 15 people. One half is a $300 average bill. The other half is a $100 average bill. Well, simple math tells us that that's a 200 overall average. Your bill comes and it is $205, but with a $200 credit, you owe Ambit $5. Same scenario, and your bill comes and it's $198. You owe Ambit nothing. My family last month had $263 credited off of our bill. We have friends that are in Ambit with us that I heard last Tuesday at a meeting in my hometown of Nacogdoches, their bill was $0. This is just a great way to put money back into your pocket. So we've heard a little bit about the company, a little bit about, our owners and the deregulation, how that's taken place. You've heard about customers, and wouldn't you agree with me that customers are getting dollar value? Well, let's talk about you and your business opportunity, putting the power in your hands. I love our marketing model. Ambit's not a traditional business. If we were, and we could have been, because I remind you that Jerry Thompson comes from an incredibly successful traditional family of business people. He could have hired an advertising agency to go out and product brand Ambit through all forms of social media and modern media, whether it be, billboards or radio, newspaper, television, magazine, the postal service with mail outs, etc. Some of our competitors spend over $1 million a day in doing that modern business tactic. But what Chris and Jerry chose to do is offer you and I a chance to become a part of the largest shift of wealth. So what we do is we start a business, as you see there in the top right corner. We go out and gather loyal customers that are going to pay their bill. It's proven it's the first bill they're going to pay every month. That income is going to come back into Ambit and keep Ambit debt free. It's going to come to you in earnings, and it's going to go back to your customers, your loyal customers, in savings. That cycle has been going on now for 8.5 years. By the way, I may not have mentioned this yet, but that cycle has been so well put into form and into motion that we are one of the fastest companies ever to $1 billion in revenue. You're making a recommendation all the time. You tell people to do this, to watch this show, to watch this movie, to go to this restaurant, to try these shoes, whatever it might be. I mean, look at the one in the top left, Google. A lot of people don't realize, but when you think about it, you've never seen a Google commercial. We've told people to Google. We've been told to Google, or we just Googled because we overheard someone talk about Google. But you've never seen a Google commercial. And now they're worth over $273 billion. Guys, this is our chance to be paid for making a recommendation on something that everybody we know is using. To do that, you got to own and operate your business. And it's a one-time fee of $429. But this is where I'm going to bring in the best news right now, right off the bat. We're under an incredible promotion. You can start a business today. Just wait till I get out to the opportunity of the money. But you can own and operate your own consulting business and marketing business through the finest and most respected for $75. That's right, my friends. And I'm not trying to be a salesman here. I'm just going to be real upfront and honest with you. $429 is not what it costs to own a business. It's $75. It's a great promotion we have going right now through June the 5th. Now, you do need to have a suite of websites for $24.95 a month. This is your personal building system, and you'll have 3 websites for offering the business to potential business partners. You'll have 2 websites for your customers. But guys, understand you don't have to create any of them. You don't have to maintain or upgrade them. John Burke, our CIO, does that for my headquarters in Dallas. And take a notice of the one in the middle there that's called Power Zone. That's where all of your information is kept. As a matter of fact, if you look there on the bottom left, it says Ambit U. There is a section in there that is a training. It's video formatted. You've got a section in there to print customer flyers, consultant information, download this business presentation. But more than anything, you can track your earnings. You can keep up with your customers and email them their phone numbers, all their addresses. You've got all your business partners' information in there. It's just an incredible suite of information. That's why we're able to be a paperless company. The benefits of owning your business is it's a flexible schedule. Being no different than any of you, I lived a hectic life when I first started this business. As a matter of fact, I'm not the sharpest crayon in the box, but I started mine right in the middle of basketball season. I was working roughly 70 hours a week in the gym with practices in the classroom, grading papers, watching game films, prepping for practices, whatever, traveling to games. And I threw this right in the middle of it. And I know it wasn't the smartest thing, but I had a reason why. And that was my daughter a car. There's incredible tax benefits for owning and operating your own home-based business. As a matter of fact, I love doing these webinars. It's not the first one, won't be the last one. And because I'm sitting in my office in my home, Uncle Sam knows that at the end of this year, whenever I get my 1099 from Ambit and I break down all my taxes throughout the year, part of my mortgage is a tax write-off. This past Tuesday, when I traveled home to Nacogdoches, as much as I love going back there, I tracked every mile that I drove there and back to my home here in Tyler. After the meeting, we went over and we sat down and we ate with some of our business partners in Nacogdoches. I just didn't take the receipt. I brought the receipt home and I put it in my business file. And then the unlimited income potential. What I'm about to share with you, I'll go ahead and tell you, is going to be tough to wrap your head around, but I hope you have a reason why for continuing. Before I get into that, you might be asking 2 questions. What's in it for me and can I do it? Well, here's what's in it for you. A suite of websites, unlimited calling on a toll-free to consultant support and customer care, an upline such as myself and others that'll be at your beck and call to help you. But at the end of the day, what's in it for you is why you would do it. Can you do it? Absolutely you can. If you're willing to give yourself permission and make an investment of $75 into yourself to take a chance to change your financial future, then yes, you can do it. If you're willing to stake claim with the largest shift of wealth in America's history, here's what we do. 2 simple things. And I ask you, don't try to reinvent the wheel. We've got a proven system that will help you succeed. We gather a handful of loyal customers. We've talked about that earlier in our marketing model. Loyal customers that know, love, and trust us. So for you, what that means is there's no door-to-door sales in Ambit Energy. As a matter of fact, our corporate office will tell you, do not do that. When you really consider the people that you're going to ask to help you build your business, we're talking about your family and close friends and neighbors, the people you sit next to at the pew at church, whoever it is. And as a personal example, I'm going to help you do the same. And you're going to help the people that you bring into business do the same. And what's going to happen is every month they're going to get an invoice from Ambit. They're going to open up that envelope and they're going to look at that envelope and they're going to see the savings and they're going to like that. But they're going to see your face on there. They're going to see their uncle, their brother, their aunt, their sister, their mom. They're going to see their cousin, their niece, their nephew, whoever it is, subconsciously, and they're going to say, oh, that's what he's doing. That's what she's doing. And if you tell them why you're doing it, whenever they look at that, it might be like in my situation. They may see my two children. They see subconsciously, subliminally, they see Rachel and Caleb's face. And they know that Alan is building a business to offset the cost of their college education. This is the building block of your success. These three numbers, 526. The first one represents your customers. Remember, we gather a handful of customers. So when you start your business, you're going to get 2 customer points. That's what those laptops represent, because you remember that's $25 each month that you're paying for your websites. They give you 2 customer points. Become your own first customer if you're able to, and then capture one other customer. Let's say, for instance, your parents. Once you do that, Ambit's going to earn you $100, or you're going to earn yourself $100, I should say. This is the first way we're paid. It's called Jumpstart Money. It's to put money back into your pocket as quickly as possible. Ambit asks you to do this within the first 28 days of starting your business. And over time, add a third paying customer. So now you have 5 customer points. But guys, I'll go ahead and tell you, again, I gave you great news a while ago. The 429 has been moved for a short period of time to $75. But if you will draw a imaginary 4th paying customer there for a total of 6 customer points, okay? Just imagine another house there, which represents a 4th paying customer. So now you have 6 customer points. Ambit will pay you double money. Instead of that 100, you're going to earn 200. So you've gathered a handful of customers. Now, what's the next thing we do? We help others do the same. So you call your friend Bob. Bob takes a look at this business. He gets it. He understands the opportunity. He starts a business with you. As soon as Bob has 4 customer points, again, 2 are your websites, or 2 are his websites, and 2 are paying customers, he's going to make 100. But look over there to your left under you. You're going to make a matching $100. What that is that's the second way we're paid. That's leadership bonus money. I remember the first way we're paid is your personal customers jumpstart money. The second way we're paid is leadership bonus money. If Bob, in his first 28 days, captures 4 paying customers, if you'll remember, Bob's going to make $200. You're going to make a matching $200. Then you talk to your friend Sally. Sally duplicates the same thing because, guys, this is about duplication. She's going to make 100. You're going to make a matching 100. Not to be too redundant, she gets 4 in her first 28 days. She makes 200. You make a matching 200. So let's look at the big picture. You've started a business. You've gone out and captured 4 customers. You've brought Bob and Sally into your business organization as consultants, because that's what we do. We build a marketing team, a consulting firm. They get 4 customers each. They make 200. You make a match of 200. You've now got an overall earning of $600. And I remind you, it costs you $100 to start this business. Now, what I'm going to do now is the last phase, and that's 6 total consultants. So I'm going to move Bob and Sally over to the right side, because they've got their customers. And again, they want to help others do the same. So they're going to share the plan. They're going to share the plan. People are going to join them in business. And what you're going to do at this point is exactly what you want to do every month. You're going to promote yourself. You own your business. You get to decide how much you're worth. You get to decide how much money you want to make in this business. Now you're going to become a regional, which gives you a 55% pay increase. You can do this overnight, my friends. When it happens, it's going to happen instantly. When have you ever gotten a 55% pay raise? I never have. Maybe you have, and congratulations if you have. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to offer this to at least two people. They're going to start a business and capture two customers and make $100. But now because you're a regional, you're going to make $155. Obviously, if they get four, they're going to make 200. You're going to make 310. But watch what happens with the power of duplication in your regional business. Every time anyone joins in that organization to unlimited levels, when they get two customers, they make 100, but because you're now a promoted regional, you make $55. Double it if you want to. I won't keep saying that. Just keep in mind everything's doubled for four customers in Texas. Now, guys, the day comes that you've got 5, 10, 15 people a month joining you in your business. Just think about the leadership bonus money you're making with your part-time business. When you have 18 consultants in your regional code, you're going to promote to senior and give yourself an $80 raise. Doing the same thing. Personally sponsor a minimum of 2 into unlimited depths. Be paid $135 for everybody who joins your business. And I'll go ahead and tell you, you're not going to know those people. You're going to know the people that you brought in, and you may know the people they bring in, but after that, you're probably not going to know those people. It's like a wildfire that you don't try to put out. It just runs itself. Then you have executive, another $80 raise, $315 for personally sponsoring, and $215 unlimited depth. And the last rank promotion is national, which is $340 for personally sponsoring and $240 to unlimited depth for two customers in the state of Texas. Now, guys, let's look at this overall picture. As you promote, you're going to have organizations that are still growing. So in this scenario, in the best case scenario, as a national, you've got 5 organizations that are simultaneously growing. You will have a marketing code paying you, a regional code paying, a senior executive, and a national simultaneously growing. The best analogy for me to give you is everybody knows the name Starbucks. If you went and bought the franchise name, bought a solid location, built the building, bought all the inventory, hired all the people, paid all the insurances, you'd be well into the millions before you ever opened the door in loans. But the last time I went to Starbucks, I looked up and they were burning electricity. But let's say that you did purchase a Starbucks and you opened it and it went over really, really, really well. Let's call that your marketing Starbucks. And it went so well that you decided to open up another one. Well, you know what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to buy all that stuff over again. You're going to have to do it all over again for that new location, but we'll call that your regional Starbucks. And then you guess what? It goes really well and you want to franchise out to another city. You got to go buy the property. You get the idea. Then we'll call that your senior, then your executive. Guys, and all of those Starbucks will be simultaneously paying you. Well, this same thing is right here with Ambit Energy, except you paid $75 one time to start it and $25 a month for your website. Well, this is the second way we're paid. This is leadership bonus money that will come to you once a week. I call it the game-changing money. This money gets into the thousands. We have people in this organization making 5 figures a month with this. This is game-changing, but I want to share with you life-changing money, the third way we're paid, which is residual income. You know that you gather a handful of customers and help others do the same. You understand that everybody who's coming into your business is doing one thing in common. They're sharing the plan, and the other thing they're doing is they're capturing customers. So this goes back to your basic starting block, your marketing consultant business. And let's say that you bring in 3 very good business partners. And what makes them so good is they duplicate what you do. They bring in 3. Now on your level 2, you've got a new 9 consultants to work with. And they're so good that they duplicate what you guys did and they bring in 3 each. Now you got 27. And those guys duplicate that. Now you got 81. You see down to the bottom where you'd have just under 3,300 business partners. Guys, this is, again, a persistent and consistent effort over time. This is not an overnight get rich quick. This is see the big picture, grab your piece of the largest shift of wealth in our country's history, and do it for the long term. Now, everybody's gathering customers. You've got 20 customers over time because in Ambit, that's all you ever have to have. You might be in a situation where you sign up 3 people and tell them about the free energy, and one of them goes out and refers 18 customers. You got 20 customers, and you only put 3 of them in, but because your referred customer wanted free energy, they piled customers underneath them. And everybody in your organization in this scenario is working toward 20. They got an average of 10. You'd have right under 33,000 customers. Now, Ambit's going to pay you on a band level or a consumption usage level. This represents the lowest amount Ambit pays, which is a band 1. Then some of the guests are looking up there and they're seeing a nickel and they're thinking, that ain't worth it. A dime, 20 cents. Guys, this is about helping others do the same. And by a effort and product of helping people change or add to their financial future, this scenario would pay you $57,844 every single month on the 15th of every month. I paused because I want to tell you the first time I saw this, I almost didn't do Ambit because that represents more than most teachers make in a year. And at that time, I had 25 years of professional life with a college degree. And the audacity to think that someone could start a business from home and make that kind of money. Well, I want you to know that our number 1 money earner is now at $700,000 on average per month in 8.5 years. We've got people making 6 figures a month. We have people making 5 figures a month. We have people putting commas in their names in their monthly checks because they wanted to pay themselves and help their friends and family save more of their hard-earned money. This is real and it's happening. If that's a little bit too much to chew on, let's do the same thing. 3 consultants in your organization over time, duplicating what you do. You've got a team of 3,279 consultants. You go out and capture 20 customers. This will not happen. Again, I'll say it. It will not happen, but what if everybody who ever joins you in this business and everybody who ever joined the people that you brought in this business did the bare bone minimum? They got 2 customers. That's it. You'd have 6,578 customers on that same band usage of band 1. Now, remember, we go all the way up to band 5. The more they use, the more you make. We do offer commercial in the state of Texas. This represents only residential. By this, everybody just getting 2, your monthly residual will be $11,571. That in itself is hard to chew on. I asked you to take one of the 1s off, and I would like to know, what would $1,500 a month that you're not working for do for your family or your income? What would $1,500 do because you put something into motion by making an investment and challenging yourself? Would that not change a little bit of your life? People are doing that all the time. Now, guys, here's where it gets even better. Still with residual income. Earlier, when I showed you in leadership, when you promote, you get a $55 pay raise. Well, you also got a 25-cent residual pay raise, which means add a quarter to everything you see right there. But, I love the but, notice the arrow at the bottom. It goes to unlimited levels, which means that Ambit is going to pay you in your regional code to unlimited depth. That's just 7 levels. This is unlimited depth. Go senior, get 75, executive $1.50, and nationals $2. Guys, again, that's 5 businesses working simultaneously to change your financial life, or at least give you something that you may be wanting right now. Your mortgage paid for, that you don't have to work for your mortgage anymore. You might have your eye on a new car or a new truck. You may have kids getting ready in the very near future to head off to college. You may have one of those fantastic plastics in your wallet that you're paying 23% interest on right now, and you want to pay that sucker off. Think about giving yourself permission to use this as a vehicle to take care of that. Very quickly, I want to review with you why this is such a wonderful opportunity. It is a service, not a product. It's a service that is unconsciously paid for and habitually used by everybody you know, and everybody, the people that you know someone every second of every day, of every week, of every month, of every year, their entire life, guys. There is a lot of fantastic companies out there in the direct sales business. They all push products, and I'm not knocking them. The number one in the entire world is Avon. Everybody's heard of Avon. Number 2 is Amway. But what happens with them is you've got this catalog full of products, and every month, whenever it's time for your customers to get their product, FedEx, UPS, or the Postal Service is going to drop it off at their front door. They call that auto ship. And after a while, what happens is they stockpile that and they call and cancel their order. When have you ever known someone to call and say, hey, electricity company, you're sending me too much. I'll call you back when I need some more. This is the perfect auto ship. And guys, I know we all live a hectic, busy life. We're all issued the same 24 hours. But what this is the power of part-time. I like the way it's said. We don't go out to do Ambit. We just do Ambit while we're out. Conversations, making recommendations. You could change people's lives. Have a servant's heart. That's what we're here to do. It is the power of part-time. I was worried about where I was going to squeeze this in 6 years ago. I didn't have time in the day. But driving to the gym or to the school and home from the gym or the school, and a little bit of time in the evening, my family now lives a financially free life. I implore you to see this for what it is because of the compensation plan. It's more than lucrative. As a matter of fact, when this is over with, if you want to go to YouTube and YouTube Bill Gates at the Harvard School of Business and just listen to what he says, I'll tell you very quickly what you're going to see. You're going to see a group of college students that are in a town hall meeting with Bill Gates. And one girl stands up and says, Mr. Gates, in your opinion, how can we in modern times have a chance to even live a close to you type of life? How can we even feasibly have a chance at financially living like you do? He spins his chairs around and he says to that young lady, get involved in the deregulation of energy. It's the largest shift of wealth in America's history. That's why this is so lucrative. And the timing couldn't be better. No matter where you live, we've barely scratched the surface of where Ambit's going to go. I shared with you earlier, we're the number 12th ranked overall company in the world. Yet when you think about only 3% market penetration, that means 97 out of 100 people have not heard of or have not switched or have not taken advantage of this opportunity yet. And we all do the same thing. We gather a handful of customers and we help others do the same. We understand that as you start your business, you're going to be in this for yourself, but not by yourself. We, being this group of people, Team 212 as we call ourselves, we offer weekly conference calls. We do these webinars. We have web trainings. We have local business presentations that you can plug into. No matter who you're with, Ambit is a group of people that are trying to help one another succeed. We help people all the time here in Tyler that we're not financially rewarded to, because that's the thing to do. We're people helping people. So here's what I want to ask you. Right now, you're probably sitting there and you're one of 3 types of people. You're an A type, which means I'm ready for him to quit talking so I can get my business started. Remember the promotion we're under right now, $75 to own and operate what could turn into a multi-million-dollar business. Why not do the 3 C's? Make the choice to take the chance to change your financial life. So start your business. You're that A type. Start your business, become your own first customer, and take control of your financial future. Or you might be the B type. This may not really be something that you want to get involved in. So what I ask you to do is, whoever it is that invited you to take a look at it, at least consider becoming their customer and helping them get on the road to their financial future. Or you might be the C type. You don't get it. You're good with who you're using, and you don't want to do anything else. And I applaud you for that. There's no pressure coming from me. But what I do is I do thank you for taking this time out to take a look for your friend at what he or she is a part of, because it is that chance. Guys, I know this. I know that what we're a part of is changing people's lives. And I know what we're a part of is going to be around for a very long time to come. And it is my opinion that we will move into one of those top 3 spots. I believe that we're going to become the #1 company in the entire world, because we're part of the largest shift of wealth, because everybody uses it, and because of the compensation plan. Now, you just got to decide if you want to take your stake and stake your claim right now with Ambit Energy. I invite you to do that. I invite you to do that right now. I do thank you for your time and energy.